Hi there, Hannah. Okay, I have a surprise for you. Are you ready? This is Cujo. Isn't he pretty? He is a kitten. He's gonna be so big. He's purring. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but he really wants to play. But anyway, he's gonna be ginormous. Look at him. He's just a little baby. He's so big. But he is a Maine Coon. So I don't know if you're familiar with Maine Coons, but they get really, really big. So he wanted to say hi, but he actually wants to play, but he's purring. Okay. So I'm going to be sending you two videos. This one is going to be about marking up all the music. There was a few things that I noticed at the performance class that I would like to go over. So I want you to make sure you have a pencil, an eraser. If you want to have some colored pencils, get them ready, but whatever you have, it needs to be erasable. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and pull it on up. If you need to go grab your stuff, go ahead and pause this video and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, it's sharing my screen. So now I just got to find the stuff. Here we go. Okay, so Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Now I know that we've marked some of this stuff. This video is going to be all marking the music and making sure that everything's on there that you need. The next video is going to be actually playing. Okay. All right. So first of all, this part right here that I noticed, make sure, let me see if I can get where I can write on the screen. Make sure that you're going up an octave with every one. So you should be gliding all the way up the piano. I lost my pen. Hang on. Okay, there we go. And then you only have this one note at the top, this D sharp. Okay. That's its own section. That's the beginning. I know that you know this, but I just felt like it was really, really important to go over. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and move along here. This is kind of the annoying part about like drawing on here because it won't like move with the screen. Okay, this all should be marked up, but I'm going to go ahead and go over it because I can't remember what you have, but I was looking at your music and it looks like it's good. One thing that I definitely noticed, and we'll go over this in the tutorial of playing the music, is your left hand sometimes wasn't starting where it was supposed to. So I'm just going to give you some reminders here. You have a big old E, and it's going to stay right there on the E. And then you have this. So if you have all of this already recorded as I go, great. If you don't, then fill it in. So right now you're just double checking and making sure that you have all this. I do know that you have a picture of the keyboard on this sheet that's showing you all of the keys. And then of course, you know, you're going back and forth. This is still D sharp. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not D sharp, that's an E. That's an E. I don't know if you need those notes or not, but they're there in case you need them. This also is 8VA, but to be honest with you, I don't really care. If you get your hand in the wrong place, like it's fine. What's more important is the notes. Okay, down here we have C sharp, and that counts for all of these. These are all C sharps, even though these don't necessarily have the sharps next to them. They're still C sharp. This one is just a good old-fashioned C. You're still on E here in your left hand, okay? Then we have the B, and it's going to go one, ooh, four. That's a B. So one, four, two, four, one. This part right here probably deserves its own little bit of practice. Not easy. Okay, and then you have to move your one finger to D. Now, I really want you to look at this piece of paper that you have. And make sure you have the important stuff on there. If you have too much clutter, then you might want to erase what you don't need because you're going to be getting a lot of clutter with writing and like notes and helpful things. So make sure that you don't have so much written down that you're not paying attention to any of it. Okay. Moving on to the second page. This gets a little tricky, but again, we're just right now, we're just making sure everything's marked up. And then we'll get to playing here in a minute. Okay. So here we have A sharp. A sharp is the same thing as B flat. That's a horrible A sharp. I hope you're making fun of that. Now it's going to stay here on this. I'm going to write B flat, like just in parentheses, because sometimes people remember B flat better than they remember A sharp. They're the same exact note, same note. If you have the group of three black keys, it's the very top one. So however, you're going to remember that. And so your four fingers on that. It's going to move in your left hand to B with your three finger. Okay. Here we have G. Oops. This is getting in my way. Hang on. You can't see what's getting my way, but I have stuff getting my way. There we go. You have your F sharp with your two finger. This next one we have F sharp. If there's any parts of this that you feel like you're good, then you don't worry about it. That's still three finger on B. I think at this point, I'm the most concerned with your left hand. But two, I think you were really nervous at the performance class. But you did what I loved, and that is you just kept going. You just went with it and you were like, I'm just gonna do the best that I can. So I really feel like if we get your practice in order, you're gonna be okay. D sharp, F sharp. Now, do you remember what you played last year? I want you to remember that if you get into a tough spot and you're like, "Ugh, I want to play this song and I want to finish it, but I don't want to play it for the recital because it just becomes too much," we can go back and you can just repeat what you played last year. That's not a big deal. Okay. I have a couple of students doing that. It's a very normal thing because we have to remember that sometimes life just looks different, or sometimes music that we love just simply does not work out. Okay, this is a very tricky part too, right here. You have your three finger on B, and then you're gonna like stick your one finger next to it, and then you're gonna cross over. And I'll talk about that in the next video. But that is a tricky part. So you might want to like start. Oh, that keeps going. Okay, so first of all, you're not gonna play this. Oh my goodness. I might have to teach you this part by memory. D. Holy moly. That's hard, Hannah. Okay, to G. Two finger on E. Very similar to the beginning. If anything, this might be the same thing as the beginning. Um, F sharp, D sharp. That's supposed to be a D. Oh, man. And then we have E. It's really hard to draw on this computer if you haven't noticed. right? C sharp, C. Yeah, I think this is going back. So that's awesome. One on B, four, two, four. That's the hard part. Okay. You got everything that you need on here? All right, I'm going to clear this and move on. Okay, so real quick. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. What happened to my music? Okay, there it is. That was weird. I'm sorry. Okay, last page. Let me go ahead and draw here. Oh, wait, what did we do there? Okay, you have your one finger. Okay. So this is your one finger. And then we have your one finger on D. One, two, three, four, and A sharp. There's that A sharp slash B flat, however you want to look at it. Same note here. And you don't have to play this guy. You're just going to hold. Okay. Four on E, C sharp, E, and then D sharp with your three finger. Three on G. Oh, nope, three on B. I almost gave you the wrong note. D, one on B. Four on D. Nope, that's not four. Sorry, 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 sorry. That's a three. Oh my goodness. Look at my D or my three. Okay, there we go. C sharp with your two finger. This B you don't have to play. That is a tie, so we don't play it. I don't know if you've learned ties or not, so I'm going to say just trust me. Okay, one finger on D. Don't play that. You're just going to hold it. Three on C. One on A going down. And then this is almost the exact thing, same thing as the beginning. You have your D sharp, F sharp in the left hand, and then it's going A, B in the right hand. And then you're going to repeat that going up an octave. Oh my goodness. Going up another octave, going up another octave, and then you're going to play D and E at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry, D sharp. D sharp and E at the same time. And then you're going to play a super low E. And that is it. That's all. It's so hard. Let me get Cujo so he can say goodbye to you. Oh, he's slaying. He's laying. He's so sweet. He's such a little squishy squish. Let me go ahead. Oh, he's purring again. He's a little purry boy. So here he is. Bye. Say bye, Hannah. Goodbye, Hannah. I'll see you later. Okay. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll send you another video here soon.